Hello, fellow old farts. Hi there. Today is, as you know, is a special day. I have, I've been toying with this idea of today for so long. I have been, you know, thinking this is a great idea. If you've read my little paragraph about the show, you know that today is all about the women, and I have I've been just running this Facebook group called Old Farts with Drones, and I thought at first it was just because of the name Old Farts that I wasn't getting any women to join this group. And then a few women, and I was like really proud, and I would always take a few minutes to thank a woman that joined Old Farts with Drones, because I got to believe it takes a special woman that not to be offended by that she may be called an old fart also. But we are so I it's and I but as the group grew, and in fact recently we are getting more and more women joining, and I think that's going to be a trend, because more and more women are finding that this is a wonderful hobby. This is a wonderful business proposition. This is a wonderful enjoyment. Combines technology and aviation and, just a whole photography and videography. It's a whole slew of, things all kind of together. So anyway, so it's been just a wonderful time, and I've been working on getting this women's show together for a few days here. And today I'm really happy to present it. First of all, I'm going to bring in my number one woman. Okay, this is Audrey Dempsey here. Come on in here, Audrey. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hi. So Audrey has was it 3 years ago now, honey? That meant that you got your drone.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe it was 3 years ago.
I still have my controller.
We will be talking about your escapades there in just a little bit here. And then we also, a very recent person to join Old Farts with Drones is Deb Scanlon. And I'm probably not pronouncing your last name correctly there, but Deb also is a drone pilot. Hi, Deb.
Hi.
And Debbie has been flying some great drones, and she has a special story to tell. She has the grand prize drone at the moment here. I have to tell you,
jealous, Debbie.
There are few and just very few people who have a Mavic 4 Pro to you even be able to, I put my hands on one. I haven't done, I'm excited to hear your story about this. And you're the second guest in a row on my show that has the Mavic 4 Pro. So it is our guy last week, Frank Lugo. He waited in line. He went down to the store in New York City, and to get it, he had to drive all the way from Staten Island to New York City. But he's also, we heard his story of his thorough enjoyment of that drone. So we'll hear some of that from you. And also, I'm really excited to introduce Desi. if you have not met Drone Diva Desi, okay, I have to tell you, she is just a bundle of energy. And I was so excited. We got together first at the Drone Safety Awareness Day here in Las Vegas, where Audrey's drone went down. Desi, there you are. Desi obviously is in her car. And that's all good.
I am very, very thankful that you invited me. And so I was like, we're going to stop the car and make sure I'm here.
Oh, good. Oh, good, good, good. So where are you?
I'm in Arizona where it's 100 degrees.
Okay.
Well, it's about that here too. So.
In Nevada, right? I imagine so.
The story is by Friday, we're going to hit 109 degrees already.
Oh,
Yeah.
summer's here.
Yeah, I gotta get out of this place.
Wow. So my first order of business, you know, I'm really going to basically turn this over to the ladies here. But to begin with, I want to, you know, since Debbie here is new, and we want to hear about you. I don't know, how did you find Old Farts with Drones? First of all,
I was on Facebook, and I had joined a couple of drone groups recently, and some people were kind of rude and too much drama. So I was looking around for another group, and I figured try your group, Old Farts, and everybody was so nice to each other and reading comments. So I decided to join you guys.
Wonderful, wonderful. It didn't bother you that it was called Old Farts?
No.
Good. Because I tell people ask, well, what's the age? And I said, there is no age, it's an attitude, okay?
Well, I was worried about the age, and I had to look up in your rules to see if I was old enough. So just made it.
Wonderful. So let me start, Debbie, if you don't mind asking. I'm going to kind of interview you. We've been on. We usually have people on, and what we like to do is just kind of get to know them. So if you don't mind giving us maybe a 2, 3, 4, 5 minute history of Debbie, that would be wonderful. Where were you born? That kind of stuff. Went to school, and what kind of occupations have you been doing all your life? And how did you get to here?
Okay. I was born in LA County somewhere. I'm adopted. And last year my mother's family found me, so now I found a brother.
Oh, cool.
And so we'll be visiting him next month, so that'll be pretty exciting. I grew up, my mom raised collies, and I watched the photographers at the shows taking pictures of the winners, and that's kind of what sparked photography in me, I guess. And so all through growing up, high school, because I was into photography, my dad would not let me major in photography in college because he said I couldn't make a living at it.
Really?
So I ended up working in mini labs until I worked for a sports photographer. And then I went to the sheriff's department as an imaging technician, and I worked there for 20 years until I retired.
The sheriff's department.
Yes.
You worked photography
Crime
in the crime lab this is Ventura County?
Yes.
Yes. Interesting. We have, Audrey and I have a kind of surrogate daughter who is the head of photography processing for CSI here in Las Vegas.
Oh.
Yes, at the Metropolitan Police Department. She was the lab person, the photo lab person that Audrey used in her early days of film photography.
She was working in the grocery store.
Yeah.
That's how we met.
Yes. So, what led you, Deb, to drones? I mean, what brought you to drones?
Well, when I was working at the sheriff's department, when we needed aerials of a scene, I would go up in a helicopter, and my first ones were I shot with a medium format camera and the 120 roll film.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
That's a heavy ass camera.
But the doors pinned open, a strap around my waist, my feet sticking out. It was pretty fun.
Whew.
And things progress. I went through, going from film to digital. And when they were going to start their first drone unit, I thought that is like a perfect thing for CSI. CSI should have a drone. And nobody in CSI wanted to do it. So I kind of held up my hand and said, I'll do it. And I wanted to be in the drone unit, but I got slapped down pretty quick, and I was told that I didn't want to do it, and it's too hard. And so once I retired, that's pretty much the first thing I did was buy a drone.
I'm sure that was a guy that told you that, Deborah.
Yes.
Jeez. Have you heard that story, Desi?
I have heard the story from people. Yes.
Yes.
You can't do
Okay.
that. I remember when I started, I had similar situation. I pull up. I drove a Corvette. I have a Inspire 2 that I open up the back hatch and pull it out, and everybody comes over not only to look at the car, but what are you doing in there? But yeah, who's going to fly it? They look around going, who's going to fly it? And it's like, yeah. So I have that story.
Good. Wonderful.
I can't say as I've done anything like Debbie has for hanging out the helicopter or anything. No.
I have to tell you, I don't know of other women photographers. I know of we have a friend and roommate here who has done that, and he has hung out of helicopters with a camera before, but I have not heard of any women hanging out of a helicopter with a camera, kind of thing.
I love it.
No, but I did have to shoot the pool at the Flamingo Hotel for a job. And I don't know how they did this. I was up on the roof on a ledge with nothing to hold on to and nothing strapping me in, with a Mamiya RZ67 pointed down, and I've never been so scared in my life. That was it. Don't ever ask me to come up here again.
Oh, cool. So Debbie, tell us. You started off with drones with the sheriff's department. Is that right?
No, I never got into the drone unit.
Oh,
They didn't let me.
Shame on them.
really?
So instead of being able to fly a drone at the sheriff's department, if I needed to do aerials for a case, I had to call up the air unit, and 4 guys had to put a helicopter together and fuel it up and take me up. So
Really?
Yeah, it would have been so much more efficient and cost effective if I had a drone. But no, we had to go up in helicopters still.
Wow.
So, and because I saw all the evidence photos that came in, and I never got any evidence photos from the drone units.
Oh, yeah. It's an interesting phenomena. I mean, we're as Deb Matlin, who's hopefully going to join us here shortly. She is currently works with Metro Police Department here in Las Vegas, and she is also in the CSI department here. And but she is transitioning. She's been accepted to the drone unit in Las Vegas.
Good for her! Yeah.
and we have had we hosted the Vegas drone meetup here last November, and the Metro Police Department brought out their unit and to do a demonstration. So they brought out a cruiser that, when they open the back window, it's nothing but a giant monitor, kind of thing. And
Yes.
then the drone pilots, there were 3 drone pilots they brought. 2 of them were women that
Wow.
the Metro Police Department brought with us, and one was piloting that day, the other one was her VO, and they are now actively adding another woman to the crew. So it's and they're
It's
they're
coming along.
rapidly deploying drones in every substation here in
Yeah.
Las Vegas, in this metropolitan area. So they're looking forward to doing that.
Well,
Yes.
I'm glad it's moving along like that, because when I was trying to do it, there was no question we could, it was just for a certain few people.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what did you start with? What drone did you start with, Debbie?
An Inspire 4.
Wow. Okay.
So I had, we had just moved here, and the real estate agent was asking if I could do, if I bought a drone, that he would hire me to do real estate, but that has never panned out. So I bought the drone, got my Part 107, and just hasn't panned
Good.
out.
When did you get your first drone? What? How many years? What?
Oh, it was 2018.
Oh, okay. Yeah. 5, 6 years ago now.
Right.
7 years ago. Wow. Good.
So, yeah.
Wonderful.
It was, we started doing a road trip. It was a little too bulky to take with me, so then I got an Air S2 or Air 2S. Yeah.
That's one of my favorites. I have one sitting right near me here at the moment, but yes, that's great. And then and now you've gotten the Mavic 4.
Yes.
And we weren't on. Were we on live? I don't think we were on live when we heard that initial story there. So as we all know, the DJI on the day they released that, 2 weeks ago on last Thursday, they said it's not available in the United States, and we now know that there's probably 20 or 30 people I know of that have the drone in the United States. So how did that happen?
I woke up. I knew when it was supposed to go live, so I woke up and got online first thing. I usually wake up at 5 a.m. anyway. So I got up and went on to Adorama, and they said they had them in stock, so I ordered it, and I was a little surprised. And then I got a shipping notice and watched it ship across the country to me. And I had ordered the creator bundle, but when it arrived, it was only the 1 more bundle. So I'm still trying to work out the refund between the two. Yeah.
Well, the difference is the controller, right?
The controller, also the drone in the creator bundle has onboard 512 gigabyte hard drive. And then it has an extra file format that you can use to film in. It's supposed to be better for time lapse.
So there's more to it than just the controller. I see.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, wonderful. Are you seeing any more women in the drone industry out there in Southern California?
I'm the only person I know in my area. I
Okay.
don't know anybody else that flies.
Well, you have to hook up with Diva Desi here.
Yeah. Debbie, what area are you in?
I'm in Acton.
Oh, okay. Familiar with it. I'm Southern California.
Okay, well, I'm in Los Angeles County. I'm just east. I'm going towards Palmdale and Lancaster.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm out in the boonies. I have a big 4-acre-ish pasture that I fly in to practice. So 8 acres total to fly over.
How cool.
That's fun.
Yeah. Wow. Cool. So, Desi, tell us what's going on with you.
Oh my gosh.
What's going on?
I have all kinds of stuff happening. I'm super excited. Plus, I want to say thank you again. I met you and everyone else associated with the old parts at the drone safety day, and I loved it. It was so fun. And one of the things that I liked best, and it really piggybacks on what Debbie was saying, is just the warmth and the friendliness, and so warm and inviting that everybody was there. And so I felt at home. I loved it. And so I kudos to old farts, right?
Thank you.
So yeah, I found a happy place. So my journey, I can share my journey a little bit. I actually started flying a AR parrot. Yeah, and I guess you can say flying because it was really bad flying. But I started in 2012. I crashed more than I flew. So I had to buy another one so I could fix one while I crashed, right? Still keep flying. And then I actually started out, business wise, I was ready for a change. I've been an entrepreneur. I had a very successful event planning and rental business, and I was ready to be out. And so I was looking for new things, and I came across the drones, the higher perspective, and all that. And then the FAA segued over to 333 exemptions. Remember those? So, doing things right, I said, okay, I better go get one. I'm not a private pilot, though. And so I thought, well, I'll take the approach of lighter than air. And my first flight up in a hot air balloon, we had a propane leak. Propane and hot air balloons don't mix.
Wow.
So I quickly decided that I would wait because there was talk of the 107 coming along. And so I thought, okay, that's a good fit. Well, I'm very big on safety, doing things right, everything's by the books, all that. So in the beginning, I was just on board with what is all about the rules, the regulations. I learned from going to ground school for hot balloons about, the charts and all that kind of stuff. And I just really gravitated towards that. My passion is for helping people. When I got one of my next drones after that, which was a Phantom, one of the things that really impressed me was I was downtown in the middle of nowhere, or in the middle of the city, and the guy took the time to unbox it and show me how to fly it. He flew it way beyond visual line of sight, which now I know we can't do. But back then, 2012, right? But actually, by this time, it was like 14 or 15. But I learned then helping people, and that has been my passion. So I am a drone educator and a safety advisor by trade. I have several different drone training programs, but I also am an ambassador for Women in Drones. And during the COVID is when a friend of mine, she and I started Coffee Connection. And that's when we did the outreach for people that we needed to stay together and have a connection and keep that networking going. And that's how Coffee Connection got started, which is a networking program that I host through Women in Drones. Here we are 5 years later, and we're still going. Yeah,
Great.
so it's a safe place. It brings women together, but it also showcases the men that also know there's a need for women. We're not all pilots. There's always a piece or a role that people can share in the aviation industry as a whole. And that's what I like is, we're all ambassadors for aviation, not just
Right.
drones. And so it's really exciting to see the growth of Women in Drones and the Coffee Connection, because it's bringing those people together. Outside of that, I also have a Girls Take Flight program that I am the instructor for. And
Girl.
I love it. I get so proud of these young girls because the program is designed it's based in San Diego. And it is for young females. They're 15 to 17 years old. We teach them the Part 107 material. They have an opportunity to take the exam, but they also learn skill sets of flying the drone, doing something with data. What do you do with that data once you have it? And then they learn those skill sets for business, because now they take that presentation and they learn to speak in front of people. They present it to classmates, city people, and different entities that come in and we can showcase it to. So it is a program that I've admired since day one, and we are now starting our 7th year.
Wow.
Yeah, super
How
excited
great.
for the fight. Yeah.
Desi,
That's
good.
all.
Desi,
Great.
can you type to put in the chat? Could you put the link for the
Yeah,
Coffee
can you
Connection
put
in
the
the
link?
chat?
Oh yeah, let me do that.
Or you can text me or whatever. I mean, I'll put the link up on the screen here so people know where to go to join up or to help, or if there's are you taking new girls into this program?
Well, we just started the program in San Diego. And so, but as far as Women in Drones, everybody's welcome.
Well, I think this is something that, if nothing else, this show today can really start getting that message out that there's such an organization out there, and that there's a growing community. I think that we all need to kind of check around to learn that, I didn't know there was such a community in Las Vegas when I started of drone flyers at all. And comes to find out, we have a pretty healthy group of people here in Las Vegas, as you just recently found out,
Yes.
And some of them we didn't even meet until the drone meetup last November. Especially Isaiah. Isaiah, we just met at the meetup. So
yeah. Well, wonderful.
And that's how I got connected as well, through Isaiah. Big shout out to Isaiah.
Yep.
Yes, Isaiah, definitely. And Deb Matland, I don't know where you are, but we're certainly be thrilled if you got time to jump in here. I haven't. Have you heard from her, Audrey, at all?
No, she said she was going to try to get in around 12:30. So
okay.
Not quite.
No problem. So I want to say thank you to all the people in the chat today, all the audience. I see, hey, Joe in Louisiana there, who also just got a replacement, brand new Mavic 3 replacement there, kind of thing. And Josh Primek is here. And Josh and me and Audrey got connected with each other here in Florida.
We adopted him.
You a moderator here, Josh. I guess I didn't see a wrench on you there. And Oregon Wanderer, hello from Oregon. nice to meet you. You know, Ben Grayling is here, and somebody who I have a really strong connection with. She's in the chat, and I have to tell you, she has been one of the female drone pilots that I've been enamored with all of her videos. And she mostly flies a lot of Avata that scares the pants off of me. But let me I'm moving the camera to introduce her, because that's her picture on the wall back there. That's Backpack Jack. Backpack Jackie, that's Jackie Akers, and she's in Spain. And at this moment, she's in the chat right now to say hello to all of you. So, hello, Jackie. Yeah, we're so happy you're here. Jackie's been on quite a few of the drone shows in mostly in the UK, and we've through a variety of circumstances got connected here, and so I'm glad you're here. Thank you. And hey, Lens Capture Online, Tom Dowling's here. All right. Hey, Tom. Hey, okay. I'm going to pretty soon here in a little bit, I'm going to drop the link to the show into the chat. So if any other you people out there, especially any of you other ladies out there, want to jump in and say hello and tell us your take on promoting women in drones. And, you know, I'm really seeing that this is a trend going on. So I want to do more.
Jackie needs to get in, Bob.
Okay, I'm gonna put the link out.
I want to share just a real quick little thing
Sure.
about how I got involved with drones. Bob got a drone about 5 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was trying to get myself back in focus here. So
okay,
it's not working
it
yet.
will.
There we go.
It will.
Well, anyway, so he would go out flying all the time, and sometimes I go with him, and you know I watch what he's doing and all that kind of thing. And he was like addicted. I mean, there's he's a techie anyway, but he was addicted. So I think that he, in his own self-interest, wanted me to start learning how to fly a drone so that I would be a little more tolerant of what he wanted to do. But you know, the first time he let me fly his drone, it's just not working. Oh well, I'll just be out of focus. It's okay. Anyway, I did better than he thought I would. And he was really impressed. He tried to take the controller away to bring it home, and I said, no, I can do it, you know. So I did, and I brought it back, and you know, he was like totally shocked that, you know, I was able to do that. But one thing I found, and I'm not serious like you guys are. I'm just you know, just for fun and the camaraderie of all of the people that I've met since we've been involved with the drone group. But I've been really impressed about how many guys have been supportive of what I do. Instead of making fun of me, they're praising me. So even when I lost my drone, it was like, oh, yay, you're a drone pilot now, you know. So, and I have to give a big shout out to Callie too, because Callie climbed the mountain to find my drone. And even though they sent me back another drone now, it doesn't look like this yet, but oh, and there it is. And that was a big mountain. So this is just a zoom, you know, of that shot. But she found it in that crevice in there, and she almost gave up. But she was determined. She was going to go find that drone, and everybody was just so wonderful. So,
can everybody see that okay there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I see. She's holding up the drone in this hand over here. It was quite a day. Quite a day.
So Bob has promised me that he's going to find that wrap, and he's going to wrap my new drone, which is still a Mini 2. You know, I told him I'd rather get one that's got some guardrails on it so that I know if I'm going to crash into something, you know. But maybe not the line here, so it's
good.
crash into something.
Susie Dew has joined us here. Everybody, Susie, everybody say hello, Susie. Susie,
yes.
Everybody, Susie. Oh, somebody is listening to the show.
My camera's not working. Hang on. It's not working.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to mute you.
There it goes. There it goes.
Okay. Susie, if you can hear me, you cannot listen to the show while you're on the show. Okay, so you have to turn your sound off, or it feeds back through the system here. So we'll give that another try. Say hello, Susie. Oh, I'm still getting the feedback. Somebody's feeding back. Susie, can you try? Oh, she's back muted. Try now.
Okay, I turned off the chat on the other one.
Okay. Where are you located, Susie? Can you hear me? No, I guess not. All right, Susie, we'll work on this in a little bit here. Okay. Susie, you're not hearing me. I think I'm hearing you. Okay. Anyway. So, Audrey, going back to the story, when you got, what happened?
Really crazy.
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Driving me crazy.
All right.
What part of the story? That was the story.
When you got, well, no, tell us about the drone, losing the drone.
Well,
I mean, what was that like? What did you feel like? What happened there?
I was scared. I was scared to death. That not as bad as I was when I almost lost the drone in Florida. Because Marcus told me I was fine. I could fly out to the lighthouse, and I did that. And then I was starting to bring it back, and all of a sudden I started getting these messages. The drone is landing, and there's only water there, and so I kind of freaked out. And but Marcus grabbed the controller and was able to bring it back. So this was the first time I was like by myself when I had a problem. And I didn't know what to do. So I thought, well, if I go up, then maybe I'll get away from the mountain. And I think that's when it hit something and then it crashed. So, I should have tried hitting return to home, but maybe that wouldn't have done it either. So I don't know. But so I'm now officially, have crashed my drone. And now I realized from that that I need to spend more time practicing with the controller of which way I'm going, because I thought I was going a completely different direction than the way I was going. So it really taught me that I need to just go out and do more practice runs to learn how to fly. And
Desi, any advice for Audrey?
I think you are spot on. When you say you just need to get that muscle memory down and get an idea of the stick movements and get an idea of where the drone actually is, that location. And there's so many also settings that you can do in the drone to build confidence, because this is what the drone is going to do in a certain scenario. And so I think you're spot on when you say just get out there and build that muscle memory. Where is it? What's it going to do? How did it get over there? You know?
That's what I said, you know. I thought I was going over to see the horses, and the next thing I know, I'm seeing a piece of mountain, you know. It's like, where did that come from?
Yeah. And having situational awareness. Now, I was there, so I know you lost the transmission of the screen, but having that situational awareness when you first go up, what are you looking at? What is your surroundings, you know, and seeing, I know on the little screen, sometimes it's really hard, you know, but did you see those horses, or was it a mountain range that you were seeing last, you know? So, you know, I have a very similar situation. When I was first starting to fly, I flew with a friend who was on at a harbor. Well, I hadn't been flying harbors. I did a river, but not a harbor. And I lost orientation of my drone. And when I got up there, I went, well, there's a lot of canals here. And I didn't know which one I was at. And he says, well, can you see my aunt's house? And I'm like, I don't know which one is your aunt's house. You know? So, yeah, I learned right then, boy, get that situational awareness. And, yeah, return to home is a really good feature. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, if we can get some cooler temperatures here, I might be able to go out and spend some time with the drone. We might have to travel somewhere to get to a place where we can fly. You know,
come see me in San Diego.
Okay.
There you
That's
go.
a deal. I like it. Yeah.
Let's invite everyone. Temperature's
Real
beautiful.
good. It is.
I appreciate the camaraderie. You know, I really do. And it's from both women and men. And that's one of the great things about this community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Good people.
Susie, you want to try? Let's try you microphone again. You want to try and unmute, Susie? Can you hear me? Susie?
Doesn't look like it.
No, I keep trying to unmute her. She's muted herself. I can't unmute her. So
I got it figured out.
Oh, unmute again, Susie. Now we can hear you.
I think I got it figured out now. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay,
so tell us where you're from.
Because I shut off the audio on the chat and then opened up the mic on what I'm on right now. I've never been on this one before because the other ones I do, I've always been on Zoom, which is a whole lot easier.
Yeah.
So tell us where you are. Where do you live?
But I don't know how I'm going to hear you unless I turn on the volume on the other one.
I don't know either.
I don't know how I'm going to hear you unless I turn on the volume on the other one.
It's delayed there. You should be able on the. Are you on a phone, Susie? Don't know either.
Well, she's hearing you.
Unless I turn on the volume.
We're delayed there. They purposely do a 10-minute delay on StreamYard. 10-second delay. Excuse me, 10-second delay. So that's the problem, is she's hearing the delay there. So we're going to work this out, Susie. Okay, so I can have you on the next show here. All right, that'll work. That's good. I'm sorry it's not working there. So Deb, what
I'm
else
not
are
on
you?
the phone. I'm using strictly my computer.
Oh, okay. But you still can't hear me? Does that computer do you have any headphones on that computer? But you still can't hear me? Does that computer do you have any headphones on that computer? But you still can't hear me? Does that computer do you have any headphones?
Just hang on.
All right. I'm going to mute her again until. All right.
I'm determined that the next time we do one of these shows, I'm going to actually have a video I could show.
Okay. Let's how's that? Can you hear me through the headphones? Susie, can you hear me? Susie's still not hearing me.
I'm determined that the next time we do one of these shows, I'm going to actually have a video I can show.
Okay. Okay. How's that? Can you hear me through the headphones?
Yeah, I can hear you through the headphones.
Susie, can you hear me? You can hear me through the
Yes,
headphones.
I can.
Oh, good, 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 good. So tell us where you're from.
Yes, I can. I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, I can. Okay. All right. Anyway, so I'm sorry that Deb Matland hasn't joined. I know Deb Matland is starting.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait because there is a big delay on this.
Okay. So we'll get you in next time. All right. So, all right. So anyway, so tell me, Debbie, what's you were telling me some plans here. It sounds really exciting for next month. Tell us what you're going to do.
Right. We are taking a road trip and driving here from Southern California to Key West. And then from Key West, we're going to go up the East Coast to North Carolina and cut back over to the 66 and come back.
Wow. And then so you're driving from Southern California to Key West, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Whew.
Yeah.
That's quite a drive. I think you might find some beautiful places to fly your drone in the between.
I hope so.
I'm sure you're going to send us some video of that 7-mile bridge, leading into Key West there. Yeah. I understand there's a couple places that you can pull over and put a drone up on that bridge there. Yeah. And
I have been researching where I can fly along the way, so I'm making plans.
Wonderful, wonderful. Oh, that's great. That's great. So good. So what else here? What else is going on here? Des, what's the next thing with Diva?
So all sorts of stuff. I actually just work-wise, I have a lot on the plate, which is great. I love that. Looking forward to November because there's an event going on in November. I hope to head to, right? But one of the things that I wanted to maybe do a little shout out about is, if anybody has any questions about getting started, rules, regulations, what they can do. I am what they call a drone pro, which is done through the FAA. It's through the FAAsafety.gov. And if you have any questions, no matter where you're at throughout the United States, reach out, look up on FAAsafety.gov because there are drone pros in all the areas and you'll be able to ask questions to them as well. And so sometimes that makes for a really good resource, especially if you're going to go traveling. Debbie, I'm jealous. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That'll be so fun.
Thank you.
It's perfect. Taking your new drone.
2 drones.
2? All right. Nice.
2 drones, 2 cameras, lots of lenses. Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm in the process of trying to figure out how to condense 3 bags of equipment or 6 bags of equipment into 3.
Oh, gotcha.
Never easy. Never easy. Audrey, you want to give her some advice about photographing in Florida? Flying your drone in Florida?
Well, where are you going in Florida? Oh, you're going to Key West.
Right. I'm gonna stop in Tampa
Uh-huh.
and then go down the east coast of Florida and go out to Key West, and then I'll be going up to Miami and up the east coast. So I'll be coming down the west coast and going up the east coast.
Okay.
So stopping in Miami.
Bob?
Huh?
Where was the lighthouse? What was the name of that
Jupiter.
town? Jupiter. You should go to Jupiter. It was absolutely lovely. And it's a great place to get sunset, and this lighthouse is really cool, and when they have the meetup in Florida, that's where everybody goes, to Jupiter. It was wonderful. It was more fun than where we were on the causeway, but there she is. Yay!
Hello. Hi, sorry I'm late.
So
no problem.
Anymore. I turn it over to Deb.
Well, good. So, Deb, I would introduce Deb to everyone. Deb is also one of our participants in the Vegas Drone Meetup Committee. She is helping us put this together. She has also just started a new organization for women drone pilots, both here in Las Vegas and I think nationwide. And she is, I'll let you tell them all the rest of what you're doing. Go for it, Deb. Can you hear me? Oh, no, we're not. We're having the same problem here. I'm not hearing. Make sure everything's unmuted and the microphone's on, and that helps you focus, but we need to make sure the microphone setting is look in StreamYard under settings, microphone. There's a...
Okay, there you are. I can hear you.
Yay!
Now. Okay.
Now I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't hear anything you were saying. It was just like clicking for some reason.
Okay. So I was introducing you, and so I want to kind of turn the floor over to you to tell us about, what you've been doing, and just kind of give us a background of how you got into drones and what you're doing now in drones, and then what's the future is. It was working. Something's not clicking there with the microphone. Deb, are you on your phone? Debbie? No. Well, we're still waiting on Deb here. Yes.
Bob, I'm sorry. I've been enjoying it. It's fun, but I'm going to have to jump off. I'm sorry. And I couldn't wait to hear from Deb as well. So, all right.
Hopefully we're going to get her working here.
Okay.
You have to unmute.
I'm going to jump off.
Deb.
Okay. It was nice meeting you.
Okay. Nice meeting you. Thank you for inviting me. I look forward to seeing everybody. All right.
We'll do this again soon.
Thanks, Desi. Okay. We'll be in touch.
Yes, please.
We need to make a trip to
San Diego.
San Diego. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice and cool. All right. Bye. Thank you.
I can't hear you at all.
She's got the mute button on too. So
yes, yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna try sending a message here.
Well, considering this was the first time having all women on the show, there's got to be some, issues there. So
a little glitchy every now and then here.
I tried to respond to some people on the chat, and I can't get into the chat. So anyway.
Oh, no.
So I know Jackie sent me some really nice things, and thank you, Jackie. And I wish we were getting in too.
Yeah.
So, no,
we're back to it.
Still don't have you yet, Deb.
Yeah, but if you can hear us, Deb, it keeps telling me that you do not have a microphone connected, is what the message I'm getting on my end says. Is that so? I don't know what needs to happen over there.
Type it in the chat, Bob, so that, or I'll text her.
Yeah, text her there. So without problems, we would not have anything to solve here, all good. So Deb, what do you have any opinions on this DJI ban that's going on, or people trying to eliminate DJI in the marketplace?
This step?
Yes.
From what I understand, DJI tried their best to give the FAA what they wanted as far as tracking drones. So now that they think that China is spying on us because of that is kind of a slap in the face to DJI. So I don't blame them for being upset. And it just seems kind of two-faced for the U.S. to ban DJI since they bent over backwards to accommodate us.
Yeah. Hey, Deb. Oh, you were there. The other Deb. You'll be Debbie and I'll be Deb. Okay. We'll have to keep you straight here. All good. Yeah, no, it seems like, I have been actively working in the political realm to speak with, I've been able to, we have 5 Congress people here. We have 6 total Congress people in the state of Nevada, and I've been able to talk face to face with 5 of them, and really make sure that they understood what our situation is and what the problem is with this kind of actions there. Deb Andrews, are you back on?
I guess I put my headphones on, so now it seems like it's working.
We can hear you perfectly now.
Okay, good. Sorry about that.
We hear about ladies and drones and what you're doing here. What's new?
Well, I just started a Facebook group similar to what you have, but just for ladies, because drones seem to be very male dominated in the field industry and also as hobbyists, because everywhere I go, I only see a lot of men in the industry, and I know there's women out there that do fly, like Audrey. And where's Desi? Did she leave?
She had to leave.
She had to go.
Okay, sorry. I wanted to say hi to her, but I just noticed that, and it seems like a lot of the women that I met at these drone meetups, specifically at the Las Vegas drone meetup, I was talking to a lot of women who were there. And they were there with their husbands or boyfriends because they're into drones. And I'm like, well, why aren't you flying? And their answer was always like, well, I don't know anything about drones, or I'm scared to do it, or whatever. And I'd be like, you got to get on here, girl. It's like, because there's so much. I just decided to start a separate Facebook group specifically for the ladies, so they feel like we have some camaraderie and maybe not such harsh answers when they're asking questions, because
somebody in the chat's asking the name of the group so they can join. So
it's Lady Droners, and it's on the Old Farts Facebook page. I put a post in there last night because Bob said it was okay. So Lady Droners.
Of course, yeah.
Yes. So that's my new project right now.
Cool.
Well, talk about your work, Deb. This is hot news.
Well, my work, I currently work for Las Vegas Metro Police, and I'm in the Fusion Center, which is under our Tech Ops section, which is under our Counterterrorism section. So right now, in my job, we do monitor drones out in the city. So all you people out there flying illegally, don't do it because we can see you.
We'll find you.
Yeah, so just if you haven't gotten your trust certificate, most definitely get that if you're flying recreationally. And definitely get your Part 107 if you're not flying recreationally. And you know, the FAA interprets that differently, so I'm not going to go into that, but if you're doing it for any type of compensation, even if it's for, you know, your neighbor's going to buy you lunch so you can fly over their house, that's considered, you know, you have to have your Part 107 to do that. So in our capacity right now, we're monitoring the drones specifically down on the Strip, which is our big tourist corridor, which is a zero grid area. You have to have special waivers in order to fly there. And we have a lot of tourists that come out here that think they can just throw up their drone and take pictures of the Bellagio fountains. You can't do that unless you have the right paperwork. So that's what I do right now. I am on the list to become one of the drone pilots that we have in our drone unit. So hopefully after our budget gets approved, I'll move over to that and then we can talk about that later.
Okay. Good, good, good. I'm looking for your link here. I want to put your link up on the screen here. I'm looking in the group there.
Yeah, I put it in there last night. Yeah.
So good.
I'm going to go there and join.
Yes, I want to do that too. So let me. I can find it up here. Yep. All right. Here we go. I got it.
You got it? Okay, cool.
I got it. Yep.
Yeah.
Lady Droners, 11 members right now. Let's see how we can change this around here. Yes, you definitely need to get your I think you need 100 followers before you get your name, so that Facebook gives you your name instead of a group of numbers. But I'm going to enter this anyway here.
Okay.
Okay. And where am I here? Add a banner. That's not working.
I have to go to
There we are. Create a banner. Here we go. Boom. No. Why am I not pasting? Okay. Huh. It's not letting me do it at the moment here. I don't know why. I can do that.
I'm not getting what you posted, Deb. Maybe it's me.
It's let me come back here. It's get out and drone, and it's Debbie standing at that. Where is that? Where you're standing there?
That's at Moon Overlook outside of Hanksville, Utah.
Ah.
So on my off time, we like to go off-roading and exploring, and I take the drone out to get photos and videos like that. In fact, we just came back from a 3-day overland trip, so I've got lots of cool video on that, so I'll be posting that on the Lady Droner site once I get that downloaded.
Okay, well, I'm going to just go to Lady Droners. And see
here we are. There's the group. Here's the group right here. Okay, Lady Droners. So if you put that in, look that up. I'm gonna turn that StreamYard link off there. Okay, I don't understand why. Go ahead, Debbie. You have a question?
No, you found me.
Oh yeah,
you did. Okay, cool. So if anyone wants to join, I mean, I would just invite everyone to ask questions. If you know tips and tricks, let's all share that information. And I know there's some members on there that don't have drones yet. So some of them are here locally in Vegas. So we're going to try to do a ladies meetup so we can just come out there and get together and just kind of fly around and just kind of get to know each other.
Okay, won't let me in. Gives me this group is private, buddy. Get out. Here.
I joined and it says pending. So I guess Deb has to accept me. So
She has to approve you.
Yes.
Yep. So all good. Okay. Sakura and Lady Droners are admins. Okay. Cool. Who's Sakura?
That's my daughter.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. Oh,
Wonderful.
someone else just joined. I just got a notification.
might
Yeah.
be me.
So thanks, Jackie.
Jackie, Backpack Jack. Yes. Oh, good. I think this is going to be a success. I hope, we can, help kind of promote it and make it wonderful here. And
I hope so, because I belonged also to an off-road group that was started just for women, and it's very successful because when they're asking the guys all the technical questions, I'm sorry, some of you men are very mean. So, so a lot of women are intimidated by that. So we have our own off-road group where the ladies all ask their questions. We all help each other out, and it's been a great success on that end. So hopefully this end will also be successful.
Huh. Okay. Wonderful.
I don't think there could be too many groups. I think that, all of them are all part of this community, and the community is bigger than all of us. But when we come together, it feels like family, and so
it does. Yeah.
I think this is great. You're doing this, Deb.
Yeah. Well, thank you. But the Las Vegas drone meetup is where it all started. Met a bunch of nice, wonderful people with the same mindset. So I'm sure you already promoted that earlier, but if
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay, whoops. But I'm just gonna say that it was a great event last year, and I've been telling everybody about it. So this year is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
And we're also promoting more women at this. We took a group picture. We had 14 women at the at this past year at the event. There was I think it was 87 total participants, and we had 14 women pilots, including the 2 from Metro, police department that were there. And it was I think it was a really big success, and we'd like to see that double this year.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Well, we want to see all the women that were in that picture start flying drones, because they weren't all flying drones.
Well, they were there.
They were there. That's a
We
start.
were there. Yes, and I know there were 2 women there that I talked to that after I convinced them to test flight some of the Avata 1s and 2s that were out there, they actually went and bought Avata 2s. So I can't remember their names, but there were 2 of them there that were like, wow, this is awesome. I'm going to get one now. And they were the same 2 that were like, I don't know. I my husband's here and this is for him. And I'm like, why aren't you flying? You need to fly too. So
I thought Sonia was one of those people that you helped too.
it might have been. I can't remember.
She had her son with her. So
yeah.
Anyway, yeah. I love how much you want to go out of your way, just like Isaiah, to really help people to engage. And I really appreciate that and respect that, of how you do that. So thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, we'll have to get Isaiah on here on the next one.
Yeah.
Yep. So Debbie, have you taught people? Have you taken other women out to teach them how to do this?
No. I haven't found anybody. Well, I don't hang out with many people, so but I don't know anybody who's interested.
Okay. Well, this could be an interesting beginning point here for, to promote this, because I believe it's a huge untapped area of this hobby. There is no reason it should be male dominated.
Right.
Yeah,
I would love to teach, and I used to be an educational director at a Boys and Girls Club. So as I'm sitting here talking to you guys, I'm thinking it would be kind of a cool thing. The Boys and Girls Club does a girls' night out, which is an overnight event. And so it'd be cool to kind of introduce drones to girls at that time at different Boys and Girls Clubs.
Yeah. I think that would be a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you teach them when they're young, I mean, these young kids today, these are like toys to them. They know exactly what to do with this. We don't. We have to relearn.
Right. And the best thing about that is that if you can get the kids into the drones, especially the girls, that there are opportunities out there that you can make a living doing this. A lot of people are like, you can get a job doing this? And I'm like, absolutely. And if not, you can start your own business. So the potential to let these kids know that they can actually make money and have a career, not only a hobby, but also a career in drones. It's awesome. I'm really excited about it too.
RJ Ariels, I don't know who is that. He says, if I wear a wig, can I join the group?
Maybe.
Maybe. Send me a picture.
Yeah.
Good.
Deb wants a picture.
Yay. Yeah, we need proof.
So you should say a little something about the meetup, Bob, even though we haven't put the actual site up yet, but you should say something about the meetup. So.
Yeah, for those that are still here, I see Dre joined us here, and Lance has joined us, and Warren, the mysterious Warren Khalifami, just recently I taught an FAA employee how to fly in Nevada recently. She just said, how wonderful. I think that I don't know who that is, but anyway, we really, this is great. The Vegas Drone Meetup is November 7, 8, and 9. It's a weekend. It's a long weekend in Las Vegas. It's connected to Veterans Day. Veterans Day is November 11th and is always November 11th. And of course, the Marine Corps birthday is November 10th. So there's usually a lot of celebration here in Las Vegas. Plus, there's other shows going on in Las Vegas. The SEMA car show, the car accessory show, is also here at that relatively same time. So anyway, it's a great time to fly drones in Las Vegas and outside of Las Vegas.
Oh, it's Amy, Bob. That's what that is. It's
Amy. That's Amy. Oh, that's Amy.
Getting on a plane today to go to Europe.
Oh, Amy. We love Amy. So that's who, the drone meetup is like, I really feel like it's just the most perfect time in Las Vegas. And this year, I know with Isaiah and Envisions, and, we're going to put together more complex trips on that Sunday of going out to some of the really, really special spots. I have to, I say this, I probably said this too often, but over the past 6 months, I've gone to some spots outside of Las Vegas that I have never seen before in my life that are the most perfect places to fly drones and enjoy nature and some of the most beautiful, beautiful places, and a lot of these places that I got to go was in the back seat of Deb's car. Okay, of Deb's Toyota 4Runner there. They've been generous to share some time with me to let me ride along. And me and Audrey got to ride along with them in Sedona, and where we truly saw some amazing places to fly drones. And but we are putting together some of these trips for the Vegas Drone Meetup. Also, this year on Friday of the Vegas Drone Meetup, we are going to have some classes. We've had a meeting with Pilot Institute, and there's also a local organization here in town that's going to be teaching mapping, 3D mapping. Excuse me. And so we will have an education opportunity for this year. So, I mean, there probably will, one of class that I think we're going to have is a pre-107 class. So if you're thinking of getting your 107 and you haven't, got your 107, Pilot Institute is going to hold a session that will get you ready to go into their series of videos to get your 107. And I think you will get a strong taste of how the process works and answer all your questions about getting your pilot identification number, scheduling your class, scheduling your test, and getting all that connected. You'll learn all of those things. So if you do need a 107 then, or want to get it, and I have to tell you, I have my 107 and I fly minimally commercially, but it was just wonderful to be able to learn that much education about it. Don't you agree?
Absolutely. Yes.
And you need to start flying more commercially there, Mr. Bob.
That means start making some money with this, Bob.
Yeah. It's a full-time job.
It is, but I sure love it. That's for sure. I sure love it.
Yes, I know. I don't know. Maybe one of these days I'll go to Greg's class on that Friday and I'll start learning about getting my 107.
Yep. You should. It's not that hard. It's very interesting. Yes, it's very interesting. You learn a lot. And with Pilot Institute, pretty much everything that was on the test was everything that he taught. So it was pretty easy for me, and you can take your time if you do the online course.
They've now had over 50,000 people get their 107 from Pilot Institute. There is like a handful that literally can count on a couple hands of the number of people that went through the course and didn't get pass. So, and if you don't pass, they pay for your next test. And once you pay for Pilot Institute, you can continue to use their training for your lifetime. Mm. So it's a lifetime addition there. They're
wonderful people.
Yep. Yeah. Even Poe and Maya enjoyed Pilot Institute.
They loved it there. Every time Greg was taking us to show us another place, I went, "Okay, Maya, follow Greg," and she did.
Yes.
Anyway,
We took our doggies to Pilot Institute. So
Yeah, they even came with us on the off-road trip in Sedona. They were very good.
yes, they did, and I was shocked. I mean, they were just going up that mountain. They've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I think they had a good time too.
They had a great time.
Okay, well, listen, folks, I have to step out. You're welcome, ladies. You're welcome to continue. Okay, this can go on for another hour, 2 hours. I don't care, but just hit the leave studio when you're done, and will automatically check out. But I've got a client texting me and freaking out at the moment, so I'm gonna get back to
I have to go too because
my other hat.
Somebody
I
here.
do too. I got an appointment to go to. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Debbie. I haven't met you, so I'm Debbie too, but I go by Deb.
Right, and I worked as an imaging tech in the Ventura County Crime Lab.
Okay,
So
cool.
we have some things in common.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I know you two are, interconnected there. I don't know why she keeps dropping out.
I don't know.
She dropped out again. But
anyway, Debbie, it was really a pleasure to meet you. And I look
you.
forward to seeing you in November in Las Vegas. And I always love to give people goals. So it's your goal to bring at least one other woman with you when you come. Your husband can come too, but one other woman that you can bring to the meetup.
I think that would be a great goal.
I'm gonna work on
most
that.
definitely.
What, Deb?
Yeah. Well, hopefully I'll meet Debbie because you're in California.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, come out to the drone meetup. It's going to be awesome.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully I'll see you guys there.
Okay.
You will.
All right. I'm checking out. You guys can stay. Okay.
Okay.
I gotta go
All
too.
right.
Yeah, I got to go
Bye,
too.
everybody. Thank you
Bye.
to everybody that joined
Thanks
us
for
today.
watching.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll see you later, Audrey.
Bye, Deb.
Okay, bye.
Oh, I have to stay in the studio? I say goodbye to everybody? Yes. Oh, okay. How do you stop the recording?
Oh, maybe I have to go back in.
Okay, because.
Oh, okay. Everybody else left?
Yeah.